Just now I was saying how you design this. So Shweta, you asked me, right, how I get my slab thickness. As I mentioned the few lessons before, elevation, the design is not accurate, but the height, the thickness in certain component is still accurate. So why mine is 260? Okay, the thing here is this one show you the second floor slab. So you can use your distance tools to measure. See, 250. Now why I give 260? Because you can give 250 if you want, it's fine. You just at end of the day you gotta do your own calculation to adjust. In real world, a lot of things is possible when it come to adjustment. It just as sometimes argue when we design something, okay, is how accurately you are telling or showing off to your client or to your that contractor. All right. Now let me go back to my plan. Let's say second story. So why I set it 260? Because you notice here the level and lift lobby level. There's a difference of additional 10 mm. Okay, and when you look at the elevation for second story, they actually follow the lobby as the reference, not the floor level for the two units. They take your lift lobby. So when you design this, you gotta read your Akifa carefully. Okay, what is the level and check the elevation. Okay, so this is how I determine mine. You can do 250, it's still alright. So when you adjust 250, this guy means offset upward law, meaning this particular slab, if you are able to get a slab, you'll see that height offset is positive 10 because here there's a drop down 10 mm. So unit, I call this unit A lah, huh? You can call it unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, up to you. So for my case, I call it unit A. My level is higher by 10 mm. So if you look at the 3D that I have, if you already you see the floor, especially I think now it's gonna block by my leaf. Okay, let me show you some other view. Second floor. Okay, like this. You see, there's a 10 mm offset. So even if you do not really kind of heavy washing, at least the water won't splash onto the exit route. Yeah, and even the house here. See here, 10 mm difference. And you can see that the 10 mm here, I did not get from the floor slab. This is the Aki wall. Okay, it's not a structural wall. As I said, for my case here, this is structure, but I didn't change color. This is my Aki, Aki, and Aki. Okay, so some wall, if you see my wall adjustment, I think there's some error, right? Oh no, okay, I thought it was an error because the line disappeared. See, disappear? Looks like, okay, correctly, but the line look disappear. Okay, so you can see this is how I adjust. All right. Even the door you see also 10. All right, because the 0 will automatically refer to your this floor level, which is 105.5. 0.5. All right. So when you draw that time, always have a 3D view and your respective first, second story and so on. Always check this value. Whatever you insert, always double check what is the connecting height. Remember that. Okay. So second story done. Try to design every part correctly. Then okay, copy and paste to other level. Again, if you are copying paste to other level, remember archi component and structural component. Because structural component, for instance, your column, you got to duplicate one level higher, then you come down. That means you need to copy to second floor or third floor, means you paste at 4. So you don't combine archi and structural component together when copy and paste. Then you have lesser problem. What I'm doing the last few hours, I mean this weekend and Friday, I do second floor, have another view, show my 3D model. Then from there, I draw my plan, I check again. Yeah, of course, you guys are CE, I know. By right, all these should have a beam, but because architecture, we don't place beam inside. So when this archi model, end of the day you build with a mixture of structural and archi, you pass it to your main contractor. Your main contractor will need to rebuild separately. Why? As I said before, the archi team will create all the finishes. For instance, the facade, all right, and the archi wall and the finishes. So the structure team purely do only the structural stuff. Tifa, I mark your attendance already. Don't worry. Yeah, it's just I didn't mark you late. That's all. Okay. Right. Share have I answered your questions?
Yes, and one more question.
Mm-hmm.
How we make sure the boundary of the floor?
One may make sure about which floor. The floor slat you mentioned that one.
Yes.
Okay. For my case, if you look carefully here, how I determine my. Hold on, let me adjust this part here lower. I know you have a lot of doubts and wondering. Okay, you see, when last week I draw this right. Hold on, is I close 3D is one thing to show. First story I close it. So WT, look carefully how I do the adjustment. Oops, hold on. Oh, I forget to give your program manager the ID. He can't come in. Hold on, give me a minute. Mm,
I have a question.
hmm?
I have a question.
Sorry, who's that?
ZP, I have a question.
Oh, you give me a minute. I pass your manager the entry first. Hold on. Where is the link? Let him get in first. Diploma. Okay, hold on. Today lesson is here. Control C. WhatsApp. Okay. Hold on. Let me check the rest tendons in and out. Hold on. Mm, General. Okay. Mark already. Mark already. Oh, did I mark yours? Where you come in? I thought ni Sadu. Sorry about that. Meng Fei. Only left Meng Fei and Benjamin. Okay. I thought I take your tendon just now, Diba. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, suddenly so many things comes in. Okay. Yes, Zikri. You want to ask something?
The plan, why don't have like building setback or green buffer, like setback like that?
Sorry again.
Maybe I type cause my chip phone something. Wait, I type.
When you guys speak a bit louder, suddenly the voice distorted already. Is it my speaker here sound like the sound all trigger liao? Your boundary line here referring to as what? The project boundary line or just a random? Disagree. You're talking about this boundary line for this whole site or what? Or just the model itself? Okay, here because the model default in your CAD don't have that information. That's why we didn't draw the so-called surrounding landscape. But the area when later part we're going to do walkthrough or then we start to decide. Alright, because this model when you see the CAD file, your link in is empty. It doesn't have a site plan, it doesn't have a so-called topography and so on. But sometimes we got to imagine something and put it in and how you set and change. So here in Archi, my focus is more on the model first. Yeah, boundary line, all this, I will set it later. Of course, in real world, if Archi have complete set of information, then of course we can set it in. But meantime, I don't have. So it's later part. Then we're going to imagine one. Yeah. Okay. Let's answer your questions. Because you can see the CAD file we have or given to us in here, they just because we can't take the customer drawing because customer drawing will have all this information, but this file so far given by BCA we don't have that. So yeah, I think the boundary line for those diploma in architecture and DA with I don't know you say DA, you all learn landscape right from there. I think from there the landscape architects and so on or the diploma in architecture they will tell you more on that. CEA structure have or not? Normally they should have right. Your surveyor, how you determine the boundary line kind of thing. Of course, all this depends whether do we maximize your whole piece of ground. Normally we can't. All right, we can't. I think Singapore, if not wrong, you need to define 3 to 5 meter away from the main road. Yep. If not wrong, I think it's 3 to 5 meter. Okay, but minimum, I think if not wrong, is 3 meter. Okay, as I said, I'm not an architect. I just teach you Revit software. But all this info I heard someone mention before as an architect. Yeah. So this is the closest I can tell you. Okay. Okay. Any other thing? Then you see the floor plan. How I determine. As Shweta just asked me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you see from here, when I lower this, you see that these few wall, if they are so-called the opening, or this is for your MEP, your sanitary piping, and your water pipe to comes in. So in other words, if I select my slab, if I go to edit, from here you can see that how I determine my wall, how the wall been sit nicely. Okay, you see the difference? This is actually, I give it in a way is full height. All right. Now, why I did not adjust as same some of the wall you can see here. This wall is sitting on the floor slab. This wall is not. Because your toilet, these few slab, I call them as unit A dry. This is wet. Why wet? You shower ma. So here there's a line, but they never say how far it gonna drop. So for my case, I decide myself. This is considered 0, so I draw this slab. As I said earlier, I want the base to be flush. That's why I do some calculation. So my main floor slab is 260, and this guy dropped 25. So this slab, the dry slab here, is 235. Alright, for my case lah. If you base on 250 on your case, then this is 225 lor. Then this gap here normally depends on your design. Some they flush it, but frankly speaking, no. Unless they have a glass in between. But here there's no glass door. So I give this a different. This is 5 mm drop further. Okay, 5 mm actually you can see it's very small only. So the water it won't splash up to here lah, you know. Yeah. Then maybe here you need to have a dry cloth lor. You after you bathe you step on it. But again, if you want to add the glass door here or maybe a glass panel somewhere here, yeah, I'm okay. So be creative a bit because here it didn't show. All right, so you decide. You want to put a glass there? I'm okay. So the glass means you got to use your curtain wall. Okay? Yeah. because library they don't have a glass component here. Default doesn't come with one. So normally all this is custom built. So how you gonna build it, up to you lah. Okay.
Yeah, all the floor for two from 2 to 7 is all the same plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on the elevation, the height is the same. Height is the same means the
So
design should be
for every level I
similar.
have to do the lifting, is it? The the extrusion. For every level do I have to do?
You no, you do on level 2 done already. Then you copy and paste no, because they are same ma.
So I just have to copy paste and put it on the floor plan, is it?
Lah.
Okay.
Well, that means if your level 2 design correctly, you are very sure that it's done properly, then just copy and paste. But I just need to separate them in the sense that if it's column when you paste, it must be one level higher, then you go down. Only for structure, yeah. Structure because they calculate by depth, although when we draw by height. But as long as structure concern, let's say now I create at level 2, I need to paste to level 3 my structure column. For this scenario, I got to paste to level 4. From 4, they auto come to 3. This is how the thing works that way. Yeah. Okay. This is how the structure works. As I said, like, if next time you do your Revit structure, you understand better. But this is a good example, right? Because I believe when you do your design on your own, you must have encountered a lot of things that is different. I think your drawing here also there's a flaw. You see this? The aircon ledge at second story. This guy, there's a bug here. How can be floor level at 1, 2, 3? This is wrong. Okay, this is actually it's telling you level 7 or level 8 marker, the floor level. You can see it's so drastic different. 105, how come become 1, 2, 3? See now? Okay, so be careful, don't draw wrongly. Other things like here, you see this wall is for the piping for which one? For this. See that? And also piping, partially these two is connect here, or these three lah. Yeah. So here detail wise, it's just purely wall, but inside is all your piping linked to here. Okay. These two might be linked to here. Yeah. So here should have one main pipe or two main pipe. Right, but that is not your job. That is MEP. Your concern is to draw this wall here. All right. Yeah, vanity lah for your WC. So this is actually wall with tiles. All right. Some can be custom built, so it depends. So finishes, I leave it to your how you want to design that. Okay. Questions? So you can see why my slab there is always a difference. This is my curtain wall. Yeah. See, this is my slab. Drop 15. This one, another one, drop 20. But you look from the base, I just want them to flush lah. Because apartment is different from HDB. Normally they will cast nicely. But because you are doing modeling, so modeling you will see all this joint. I can join it up, but I didn't want to. Okay, because I worry it got to change later, might difficult for me to see where's the error. Okay, I show something also which you can join your component together. Okay, let me remove the section box now. If I enable the section block also, I adjust, okay, like this. You see all those, there's a cut. You see this line? See? All this you can join if you want, if you cut section. Because only in modeling, you see the lines. But when they are created as a model, all this can be joined as one. Okay? How? Join 1, 2. See now? 1, 2. See a line? It's still treated as individual, but they just clear the line away. So when you present it cut section, it looks nicer. See now? Compare. This is no. You see? So remember, when you cut section, make sure you join all the line nicely. All right? Because you got to present it. Questions? Okay, let me stop recording first, because of the time thingy. Then record again.